Hey y'all, how y'all doing? And happy Thursday. It's at least Thursday, Wednesday. It's Wednesday when I'm recording this. So, what we are looking at is trading during the holiday season. Is it a good idea? So, I wanted to go back the past 4 years. So, I went back to 2020. I marked off the week of Thanksgiving and the week after and put the price range of the candles over those weeks to kind of get an idea of how much movement those weeks have in kind of comparison to the weeks before. And we're looking to see, is it really tradable? Is it something you really want to do? Now, I've done a blog post on this, so you can always go check that out for more detail. But I like to do videos to kind of bring those posts to life. So 2020, here's COVID, our 36-day flash crash here. So we were in the midst of an up move in this trend when November came, 2020. So that week, 863. The next week was 651. So a little bit less. So I would definitely say so far. I mean, and then the week before that was like 55 cents, the week before 363, but we had this $25 week at the beginning of November. And then we kind of went into this consolidation. So far these numbers aren't terrible, but we're going to not have a trading day and then we're going to have a short trading day. So we're talking basically 3 days of trading. So remember that. The following year, this is 2021, we got a $12 move down and then an $8 move down. This is for the week. And then we kind of went into this consolidation mode here. So yeah. Sorry, hold on a second. So we basically went into consolidation. And before we got a move down, which was in January, which was the start of that January fall. That's there. So 12 and 8 on the way down, and that was coming from an uptrend. Then the next year, 2022, we were still in the downtrend, 210 and 563. Still not a lot for the week. The week before, it was $23 up. The week before, $16 down. The week following, $10 down. So these are small weeks. Once again, we're talking pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday trading day. Thursday's no trading. Friday is like a half day until 1. 2023, 347, 43 cents. The prior week was $7. The prior week was 1068. The week after was 223. So in 2023, we had started to kind of come out of this downtrend and we were starting our uptrend. So very small price movements during the week in 2023. 2024, 395, 2020, the next week, which was December, we had a $16 week. I mean, not too bad. And then we went back to a $4 week. So, but we had a $26 up week like 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before Thanksgiving that year. And so this brings us to our current price action where we've had a 3 week pullback so far. So, in looking at all of this before we start talking about what's happened currently, I am going to say these are what some things that I can look at the chart and tell. One, I can guarantee you there's lower trading volume. The people with the money are gone. So you're going to get some moves, but those moves may not follow through. It's going to definitely be lower trading volume, lower volatility. Price may become a little unpredictable. It may range trade. Um, all those things come into play during the holiday week. And if you're trading options, you are affected by time decay, volume, and volatility, as well as liquidity. All the things I talked about are the things that affect your option prices. So if you're in a call or a put, doesn't even matter, and price really has no volume or volatility to push it, you can be on the right side and still end up in a red trade. So just remember that, um, trading options during the holiday. So some years we show, some okay gains. Most years, the moves are not extreme. We're not going to find a $30 week or $20 week during Thanksgiving unless something major happens. Like it's got to be something major happen, and then that news will bring the market up or the market down. But just in general, Thanksgiving week, because like I said, the people with the money aren't around, you're not typically going to get those types of larger moves. Um, you also are going to experience wider bid ask spreads. So up here, this is your bid ask spread. Right now, it's a nickel. That could be wider during those times because there's less people in the market, less volume, less liquidity. That spread may get wider. So we've seen it just drop to 4 right now. So that's what you want to trade. You want to trade the small bid ask spread. So those may get a little bit larger. Um, Usually better opportunities appear the week after, not always, but some years they do. And there's definitely, like we said, no major crashes, no breakout. So getting to the current price action, we're going to look at this real quick. So for the past 3 weeks, we have been falling pretty much all of November. And if you're in my free Telegram group, I've been saying this, we've pulled back, but I said we have not really broke a level yet to say we are going down. Now, as you can see, we've had some dramatic pullbacks and then price just pops right back out. Even here, we had 4 weeks of falling, price pops back out. So we haven't broken any level to say that we are moving down, but we can say this is a nice little cool off, a nice little pullback so far. But we are near a zone where if we break it, it could implicate more downside. But we haven't necessarily broken it and closed below it yet. So it's a potential for the market to take this pullback and run back up the Santa Claus rally that typically comes after Thanksgiving. So it could honestly run back up, maybe a new all-time high, maybe not, and then potentially come down, or it can run up and keep going. Like we don't know for sure, but this is definitely a pullback, and we are still in an uptrend. We, like I said, we haven't broke any levels yet to say that we're in a downtrend, but we are in a nice little pullback. So I'm gonna say that. Um, so what you can expect, probably much smaller candles, limited volatility, and we may get give us a hint of if we're going to keep going down or potentially go back up. And like I said, so far we're in an uptrend, so this would be a pullback to go higher, but that higher doesn't mean new highs, new all-time highs. If we can't make it up here and make a new all-time high, it means we are probably going lower. Will that happen next week? Probably not. If we are going to go significantly higher or lower, it will definitely happen the first week in December, um, or second week, somewhere up in there, but it's not going to happen Thanksgiving week. So, my suggestion to anybody that wants to trade next week is don't, to be honest. It's not even worth it. Go take the time off, enjoy your family and friends. The market will be here the next week, I promise. And you can come back all fresh and look to get into some trades and make some money. So that is my suggestion. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you want to get more details, you can go read the blog post, which is also linked below, and our ultimate trading course, which is pay once, access forever. That will be going up in 2026. So if you have not gotten it, I'm going to suggest you get it because I give you all types of Tips, tricks, stats, live trading, all types of stuff is in there. Options, futures, whatever you want literally is in that particular course. And if people make suggestions and I get enough suggestions, I add it to the course. So once you own it, you get all the updates. You don't have to pay for anything additional. So also check out that link, the BGTU Ultimate Trading Course, if you're interested. You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will be back when we come back in December. You guys take care.